Wow. You did
After,
it on purpose.
after all this time,
Yes.
and we still can't seem to get into the studio when we got 3 people watching and waiting patiently for us to
Already.
come on, and we can't even say hello. Hello, people.
My bad. I was typing to you guys, and I was like, "Oops." Did you see my type?
I saw it.
You guys got to click all that stuff to make it work. It won't work. People are not gonna be able to get in and watch it via that.
Maybe before we start, you want to stand up and show your Christmas shirt.
No, I'm not ready yet. Are you all ready to show the shirt? I don't know.
Show your shirt.
Yeah, you might as
I mean,
well.
they can see.
they see ours.
I don't think there's enough people here. I don't think people here to enjoy this beauty.
I don't know. We're gonna get a couple of comments
I
already.
keep doing what you're doing. No, back up a little bit more. Back up a little bit more.
Back up
a little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Oh, back up some more.
Oh my God!
Now we've lost all of our viewers for tonight.
Why are you flashing?
Anyway, how was your weekend, man?
You gonna stand up there forever? Sit down.
I was going to stay there as long as it took.
In the words of the old saints, get somewhere and sit down.
I was going to stay there. I know people are jealous.
Where?
It's all right.
What are they jealous of?
That I have that cowboy shirt jingling like you wish you had a Raven shirt like that. You don't. You wish you had a Commander shirt like that. You don't, because Commanders haven't been around long enough. So there. Next. Hey everybody, welcome to another Warriors United show. Our second to last show before the end of the 2024 season. It has been a great week for some of us. Our football teams that won, all won wonderful games, close games. The Ravens pulled one out.
That was not close.
Washington pulled one out, and we pulled one out. So it was awesome. Great week for everybody. Now Manchester United 1-1, but we'll talk about it later.
What?
Hey guys, how was your weekend?
Woo!
I want to go back to a couple of comments you just made a moment ago.
No reason to. You're moving forward. You got
keep rolling.
My weekend was a good weekend. Spent the weekend with my lovely wife. We went out Friday night to see Kraven the Hunter. Excellent movie. Really enjoyed it. Spent the day at the mall shopping. That was an adventure. It was fun. We had a good time. It was different being at the mall all day shopping, but it's all done. And Sunday, dynamic word in here. Buddy over here singing a note. Notice it says singing a note, and it was a good Sunday. Good Sunday.
What?
I heard about it.
Yeah, no, he's just talking about church.
I heard about
it. I quiet sang on Sunday. So
I heard somebody held the note a little bit too long.
No, you ain't hear me sing no wrong note.
I didn't say you.
I don't know what you heard. Wrong. Yeah,
but I said long.
Who?
I said long, not wrong.
Oh,
okay.
You still know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I heard about it. So I was going to say.
Weekend was quiet, but we had a wonderful time. We went to Eric and Simone's house. The family, the whole family. We went down and was watching the Steelers and the Squealers. Sorry, the Squealers and the Ravens game, and which turned out to be a wonderful weekend. So thank him for that too. Family and Judy and Julian joined us down there too. So family as usual. And Birmingham played today and won away. So yeah, we top of the league now. Okay, I can boast about that now. We top of the league. But it's been a quiet weekend. Christmas. Everybody want to see the dazzling jackets.
That's right. Back by popular demand.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Popular demand.
Popular demand.
I did not
so bad. No. He wore his on Sunday, and they wanted to know where mine was.
See, I didn't know. I did not see one person say to me on a comment, "Wear them jackets." Didn't hear see.
Oh, they didn't say it
to you. But yes. So yeah, I gotta wear it. I had to wear it. I did wear a red jacket though on Sunday.
Same.
Yes. So.
Now, I did hear about this one.
Oh, you better blow that one. Everybody want to see that one. That's
That
gonna be
one hurt,
frontal.
Hey, that's cover material right there.
Bishop was smiling the whole time,
That's
man.
right. He was excited about that.
He was laughing.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so how was your weekend?
It was good.
Crickets.
It was good. That's it. I mean, it was one of those weekends. It was so busy. I didn't remember what was going on. It's just a busy weekend, but it was good.
Did you take
You know,
the medicine?
spend time with, we went to my buddy Albert Thompson's Christmas banquet. We had fun. Me and my wifey did that.
Okay.
That was fun. We didn't win anything, any door prizes. That wasn't fun. But other than that, it was good. Good weekend. Church was always good.
Always.
We had our Christmas breaking up on Sunday afternoon, which was fun. Good food. So it was nice.
Did you say
Did you
Christmas
say
breaking up?
Yeah, it was called previously our Sunday school breaking up, which would be we give out gifts and things like that. But this year we were opening it up to everybody, so we just called it our Christmas breaking up. Christmas Sunday breaking up.
Explain.
Yeah, when I hear breaking up,
yes,
I'm thinking of somebody, separating.
Or you just broke
Yeah,
up some
it's
Christmas
the
gifts.
end of the year separation. So we are separating to go into the new year. So this year's finished, separating out 24, going into 25. I don't know why they call it the breaking up, man. It was created 50 years ago when my mom was superintendent. I remember.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Speaking of, man, it's hard to believe Christmas is in 2 days. Unbelievable. I went to the grocery store this morning to get something. I'm like, people were already 6 o'clock. People were already in the store.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, okay, they're not playing. They're like, get in, get out, do what you got to do. Okay. We got to deal with this tonight.
Yes, sir. I can deal with it. Okay.
We got to deal with this tonight. Okay.
I mean, he might as well have all the fun he can because
right.
They're not in the playoffs.
But your shirt
yes.
is excellent for our show title tonight. So our show title tonight is Christmas, a time to believe in the things we can't see. Some people can't see making it to the Super Bowl this year, but other than that,
the Super Bowl, you mean the playoffs?
The playoffs. But no, seriously, things we can't see. And it's hard to believe, again, that Christmas is within a couple of the year itself. I mean, next week, bam, 31st is here. It's like, what happened? It's like, it seemed like January 1st was just here. And now we're at December 31st coming around the corner.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it moves so fast, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Moves so fast, it's ridiculous. But
before you say what you're about to say, he forgot to say something.
We would like the people to subscribe and to really push the button really quick several times to share and like us. And please, like Brother Sean Francis, thank you for coming on, mate. We appreciate you. Just keep pressing the buttons, like, share, and subscribe. Because we're going to do something special next year to push out. So we might come visit your city, your state. You'll never know. It's like, are we all?
That's right. You just never know.
You never know. We might want to do some traveling here.
That's right. The opportunity presents itself.
Exactly.
You may be there.
Yeah, we might come to your house.
Yeah,
hey,
come on.
You know?
Yes.
Look, invite us over for dinner.
If the price is right.
As long as you got a coffee pot, you're all right.
So let's think about this, guys. Christmas is a time for some of a joyful experience, as well as for some that's stressful, and for some that's bitter. Some people have stopped celebrating Christmas because of loss in the family, some type of family, trauma or tragedy, whatever the case may be. And some people forget what the real meaning of Christmas is all about. We know that Jesus is the reason for the season. It's not all about the glitter, the packages, because you can buy something today and be broke up the next day. So let's think about how many times have you bought somebody a gift?
Oh, dang.
And they're like, okay, thank you. And it's like, okay. Especially when you buy kids a gift, they'll play with it for just a moment. Then after that, they go to the next thing.
Oh yeah,
They'll
they're
go to the next
so
thing.
excited about that gift. When they open that box, they're so excited, screaming, "Oh my God, thank you, I've always wanted this." A week later, you're like, "Where's this gift?" They're like, "I don't know, I put it away.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is anymore." So yeah.
Or even asking your grandkids, because Rachel asked the girls, Eva and Samara, write down what you would like. See, Samara's smart. She just write one thing down.
That's what you do.
Yeah, but that one thing, it's more than 10 gifts put in one.
But that's what you do.
She'll put one thing down, and Eva got a nice little list, but they were good this year. Yeah, they were good this year. But that child where you do buy their gift, but it's not the exact gift that they asked for, and have an attitude. Hey, how do you handle that one?
Well, to your point, when our kids were younger, we always instructed them, when you receive something, you better say thank you and have a smile on your face. Even if you don't like it, and we go to the family's house, they give you better have a smile and say thank you, because they didn't have to give it to you in the first place. So
Yeah.
we nipped that in the bud. So from that point on, they were really appreciative when they received something, because they knew mom or dad was going to say something.
But mommy, daddy, they gave me the same gift last year.
That's okay. Be thankful. Because Johnny down the street, he didn't get nothing.
Well, you don't know what Johnny got or what.
To be honest, growing up, you know, we were grateful for any gift we got. We really didn't care. We were always, I think my parents did a great job of this, letting us know that gifts aren't promised. They're not, they're gifts. Right. So it was something that we kind of like were happy to get, no matter what it was. And I try to tell my kids the same thing. Hey man, whatever it is, just, you know, even if you don't like it, you know, just let us know you don't like it. Mom, because mom will return something quick. Mom has no problem. My wife will say that doesn't fit, that's not the right size, I'll return it. Me, I'm like, let them have it. It's not the right size. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead.
No. I might be the easiest person to get a gift, because I get it. I'm going to say thank you. I don't care what it is. I'm still going to say thank you or whatever.
Right.
Because my wife, my kids might ask me, what do you want? Whatever you get me, I don't get it. To me, I know they want to be specific, or what do you really want to? Hey, look, whatever you'll get me, I don't care. Because I always tell them the story that when I was a kid, the parents didn't have no money, and whatever, and I got an apple.
Okay.
We all got an apple. No, I always tell my kids that we got an apple, and I had to be happy, bro, because that there was no way in the world that they could get any gifts at that time.
Right.
So it was that, but that may have been something in my mind the whole time, that just you gotta be thankful for whatever you get sometimes. But I mean, of course, it's gonna be the joke of the year. You got an apple? What did you do? I said I ate it.
Right. Well, you know, it's interesting, because one thing, and Anita will probably say something about this. One thing her parents would do, they would give you what was called a Christmas bag. And in that bag was fruit, nuts, candy, or something like that. And I was like that was nice. I mean, you had all this stuff in almost like a grocery bag. So you walked away with at least something, which I thought was really nice.
But the year after that, though, we got plenty of gifts. I guess exactly, yes. The year after that, we got
Yeah, sometimes parents don't have it. And unfortunately, in this day and age that we're in, kids don't understand that these things cost money, and they ask you for every little thing. They think that you easily can have it, and
right.
You know, you got to tell them sometimes it's not that time of year. It's not the year. You know, wait till next year or the next time, and you know, if I can do better, I'll do better to get you something special. But you know, it's very difficult. Kids are not as forgiving.
There you go.
You know, as they used to be, as we were maybe in our day. I was more happy about the presents were great, but I was more happy about the dinner. Whatever food we had, I was like, that's like okay. Even if all year you didn't have much, they tried to have a good Christmas spread. So
Right.
I was
Right.
always happy about that. Anita did ask a question. Anita, I did order one, but it didn't come on time. So maybe next year.
But next year.
Thank you, Anita. Yeah, thank you, Anita.
So, question for you. So,
Oh,
I'll probably go home with Simon with this one. So, if your spouse says, "Don't buy me anything for Christmas," do you think they really mean that?
No, never. Never. If a guy says it, if a husband says it,
it's
yeah,
all right.
no big deal.
Uh-huh.
If your wife says it, don't. She may mean it, but don't take the chance. I hear it. I hear it, and I'm
Same
like,
here. Same here.
No. Okay. And every year, here's your gift from me.
Even if it's not on Christmas Day or afterwards, it says I got it or whatever.
Right.
A week later, yes, you can.
Because you know the expression of their face, like,
You know what he didn't get me last year? I didn't get a Christmas gift last year.
my fear is not Christmas Day, right? My fear is 2 or 3 weeks later when maybe you get into a little spat. You don't even think about your wife on Christmas. You get me for that. Oh my God.
that's why you believing in the things you can't see.
Hey man, those words about it is the same for birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day. She can say, don't get me anything, but men, I'm gonna tell you right now, get them something. Even if it's flowers, get them something.
Right. Just don't give them a block of coal. Just don't do that.
Don't do that.
A block of coal. Well,
So
unless
parents,
that coal's 1,000 years in the future and it becomes a diamond.
right?
you might find that coal on the side of your bed, though,
Right.
where you lay.
So parents, you might want to put your hand over your children's ears if they're listening, because some kids still believe in Santa Claus, some don't. So the question is, when did you realize that there was no such thing as a Santa Claus? For me, I grew up in a household, of course, they made you believe there was one. So I'm not thinking. I remember I was about maybe 5-ish or something like that. I happened to go upstairs and I opened up this closet and I saw all these gifts up, and I was like, all these years, they've been lying to me. There's no such thing as no Santa Claus. But of course, they try to play it off the next day. And I realized, I think it was around like 4 or 5, and I realized there was no such thing as a Santa Claus.
we actually had a chimney.
I'm
He's like, I'm with you here. Because we actually had a chimney,
Okay.
and it's like, how come there's no soot all around, or did he clean it up too?
Right.
I mean, when he come down it, but then
Right.
again, ain't nobody coming down that little tiny chimney.
First of all,
but apart from that, just like he said, church,
I am
Santa
Jamaican.
wasn't in our house, bro. My father would say, he ain't buy you nothing.
Straight up.
he ain't buy you nothing.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, all I heard from my mother was, there ain't no Santa Claus. God gave you these gifts, and then your parents bought them.
Yes.
My dad might have smiled, but my mother was making sure we knew from the first time we could open gifts, this is not from Santa Claus. This is from your parents.
Yeah, we never believed in Santa Claus.
We didn't go to no mall.
No.
Santa Claus slap. We didn't write no letter.
No. Letter. Hey.
Again, you did stuff like that back in my day, coming from a different type of household. So
yeah, and I got in trouble in school too, because when I went to school one time, might have been first grade maybe or second grade, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have Santa Claus." I'm like, "I was just like Santa Claus."
I did the same. Yeah, we got in trouble. No, wait a minute. We said that to a child in school, and that child told the mother, and the mother calls our house.
Oh,
please could you tell your children not to tell our children there's no Santa Claus? He's like, what? There's not.
Lying to your kids.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Okay, we got some comments here.
All right. So Anita says, we asked for a lot of things when we were younger, but I don't recall getting
An item on the list.
But what did you do not to get the items on the list? We'll have that conversation later.
And it was nothing electronic back then. Oh, wait a minute. I played Atari. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
See, brother Edward know the deal.
Yeah, of course he does. His little mates.
She says, I'm happy with the gift card. Okay. I try helping my
Well, he said no to everything. But now they're trying to tell you check gift cards now. Because they could be faked. AI.
Well, you know what? But to your point, I always check my gift card balance before I go out the door if I'm gonna use it, because to that point, how the gift cards were changed, especially those vanilla cards.
Exactly.
I don't know how these people are so smart to be able to get their money off of those cards and put it back on the rack.
Because you could be giving that gift card to somebody, and by the time you get to them, they zero, even though you got $25 on there or whatever. It's like, wow, they're too smart, man.
Deborah Johnson, we never believed in Santa Claus. That's right, Deborah. Never had that option.
Your brother backed you up. Yeah, you backed up your brother on that one. Yes.
Hey, she is so right on this. She can never go wrong with a Home Depot card. You got that right. That's all I need is a Home Depot card. I'm good to go. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. He has something to say. Go ahead. What do you have to say?
I'm not saying a word.
Yes, you do. Come on.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. We don't believe in Santa either. I'll say what I'm going to say later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Merry Christmas again. Oh, my granddaughter told her whole class. Oh, yeah, I can picture your granddaughter saying that. The whole class, though.
That's all with us church kids, man. We just go back with the truth. They ain't no Santa.
As long as you ain't tell them you're going to hell.
Matter of fact, I remember telling my whole class when they were teaching evolution. I didn't come from no monkey. I remember doing that. Church kids, we just told straight, man. It's the best thing.
You know what? That was one of the hardest subjects, I believe, with my kids, helping them understand the difference between what they want you to believe in evolution versus creation. That, I think, is one of the major challenges I had as a parent, helping them understand the truth, because the school is going to bounce what you say is not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're right about that, man.
Yeah. Those are the things that we church kids have to struggle with, was Christmas and evolution.
Right.
You know, we're like, hey, this not happening. And some church kids, Halloween is the other holiday.
And Easter.
Oh, Easter.
Oh, yeah, Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny. Ooh.
Leave Easter Bunny alone. He's not bothering nobody.
Well, nowadays the Easter Bunny's on the grill.
Come on. Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail.
What do you do? What do you need to look for eggs for? What are you looking for eggs for? What?
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Rudolph.
Yeah. But wait a minute. Oh my God!
Let's go back to Rudolph.
Hey, what?
And Frosty.
Yeah, the very athletic reindeers that can jump on your roof that you can never hear when it's Christmas Day. And you know, kids don't sleep on Christmas.
You know, man, I tried it one time because I wanted to see if this no Santa Claus was real. You get to like 5 o'clock, and you like, whew. Because back then, you didn't have no TV. There were no TV shows.
No.
It was just dark. You look at darkness. Like,
right.
No, I'm sorry. Back in England, then we only had three TV shows.
Right.
So, and our shows are turned off at 12 o'clock.
Well, speaking of England, why do they call it Boxing Day?
Because it's shopping. It's shopping.
Oh, so they're not fighting.
Yeah, you fight after. So Boxing Day is just a shopping day, the cheap day. You send your gifts back or whatever, and it's just another day. And there's a lot of
you put it back in the box.
Exactly. A lot of hustle and bustle when you go back to the store. Bam.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's just and just a holiday. Take your gifts back or get cheaper gifts.
So I wish my wife was on, because she has a story about how all she wanted was this red balloon. It was something in Jamaica at the market. They would give away these different size balloons, and all she wanted for Christmas was this little red balloon. And I was like, "That's all you want?" She's like, "That's all I wanted." I mean, it's a story. I'm like, one day a year I was gonna get her a red balloon, but I said,
I remember that was a good movie, Red Balloon. I remember that.
"Was a movie?"
There was. I watched it when I was in elementary school. It was about this little boy. Actually, it was in the UK. He had this red balloon and he walked around with it. And the red balloon was like his friend. And the other kids were jealous of him. And so they wanted to stone the red balloon. So he was running through the streets, long story short, to the end with the bullies, stoned the balloon. And at the end, the boy's crying. All these other balloons came out of nowhere, picked the little boy up. You see him floating off. The sound effects, the music behind it brought tears to your eyes. I'm telling you. Look it up, The Red Balloon. So your wife probably knows about that movie. It's
That's
really
like naming your soccer ball when you're trapped on an island.
Fred. No, what was it? Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, all right, that's my buddy. He got it under my arms the whole time.
Oh my Lord.
Well, most of that halfway mark. Say what you got to say, my man.
For those who are on, thank you very much. Continue to put it out that you subscribe, like, and share us as much as you can. We appreciate you coming on. And if you got sunglasses, put them on now, because we just see some bright lights flashing and don't make no sense at all. None. But anyway, thank you. Let me go back to what Stanley said.
Right.
He said his granddaughter. Now, you don't have grandkids yet, but anyway, one of the joyous things is when the grandchild gives you a gift and they make it out. You better be happy.
Oh, yes.
No, you better be happy, whether or not, because their faces are just waiting. It's just waiting, especially when your grandkids.
That's every child.
Yeah,
That's
you can't
every
beat
child. The first time they give you a gift, I don't care what it is, you better be ecstatic. And normally, you know what? We are. I think typically we are, because we are not we know you don't have money. We know you took the time to do this, and we're excited. So I know when my kids always gave me, the first time they gave me a gift, I was super happy because it was really cool. Like even now, I'm still happy when they give me gifts, because I think it's just really cool.
That thought. I gotta get one. Why are you doing that? Keep talking.
Oh, he can. I don't know. I haven't got a clue, bro. Well, he getting some kind of gift that some child probably gave. Oh, dang!
Wow.
What?
So this is a gift that one of my kids made. I forgot which one made it, but I still have it.
Wow.
So I still have it, and I'm not gonna let it go. It's sentimental to me. I think this might have been.
You used to look like that?
No. I think this might have been either Holly or Malachi.
Well, we're gonna find out in a minute.
It's gonna be one or two. You already have two kids, right? That's why I thought you already had two kids. So
Right,
it's
either Holly or Malachi. It's fragile now.
Wait a minute, wait, you saying that, but I'm jumping the gun just a little bit. But your wife wants to know, Mark, did you receive a gift yesterday? Well,
did I receive a gift yesterday? Well, that's on a need to know basis.
oh, my bad. I'm just reading what the comments.
You know what? There's a lot of things going through my mind right now. I'm just gonna go to the next point right now.
Oh, and Nara says, I know the road she's talking about too. I saw Santa an hour ago riding up Northern Parkway on a fire truck.
Well, last week they came running down this street.
Yeah.
First it was the ambulance, and then behind that was the fire truck, all decorated with Santa on top of it, or a person dressed up like Santa.
I didn't see Santa this year. Normally comes down our street.
Hasn't been nice.
You know what? Maybe he's not coming by.
He knows he's not real.
Maybe.
Well, because he knows those drones up in New Jersey are taking over.
Dang.
Everybody's scared of those drones.
I know, man.
But I do remember once going to school. How old was I? Was it 12, 13? When we went to school and they had a Santa at the school. One girl goes, Isn't there no black Santas?
Ooh.
Well, so
Believing in the things you
yes,
can't see.
yeah, everyone was like, all we heard was, ooh. And then he was over there saying, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
You know what?
And like,
If you have a moment,
don't do it.
no, watch Saturday Night Live. They did a skit with a black Santa
And a white
and
Santa.
a white Santa.
Yeah.
So when people would come to the line, goes, do you want to go to the black Santa or do you want to go to the white Santa? Do you want your portrait to be in the garage or do you want it to be on the mantle? And so some people are like, I'm Jewish. They laugh.
I
They
didn't
want to
see that.
They don't want to put themselves in that predicament going to a black Santa or a white Santa.
I did not see that. But you know what we forgot to do? We have this special that we're supposed to show.
Yes.
We show it every year. We forgot to do it. We want to show it now. So I'm going to share our screens. Hopefully it comes out right. Also share the audio. Okay. Can you all see it?
It's on the lower portion
on
of
the
our
lower
screen,
portion.
but it's not up for everyone to see yet.
Put it up for me then. I'll move it up.
All right.
There it is.
When the gathering has begun and concerns are down to one, should we clean up or have fun for a while? There's a sweet, sweet stillness there in the quiet Christmas air. May you find yourself laughing all the while. Have a happy, merry, beautiful Christmas where all your troubles fade away. Where there's laughing and memories made by the Christmas tree and joy for every day. So have a beautiful Christmas. Oh, have a beautiful Christmas. Oh. Wrap your feelings up with care. Give it to someone to share. On this holiday affair, could there be more? In the glow of candlelight, with your problems out of sight, one can get lost in the songs of yore. Have a happy, merry, beautiful Christmas where all your troubles fade away. Where there's laughing and memories made by the Christmas tree and joy for every day. When love bounds, when love surrounds our heart in need of light. For friendship grows and the winter snows when all is good and
Nobody been that close to
Happy Christmas.
Yeah, man, that brings back so many memories, man.
Hey, Rupert, did you see him in it?
Yeah, I did.
Which one was he?
He was the bum.
And when we were filming that, the director said, "No bum she knows has a fresh cut like that."
Yeah.
So I had to make myself look like I didn't have a fresh cut, or I had to like hide my watch and rings and everything like that. But the meaning of the video was to show you that people can come to you with a gift, and the gift doesn't have to be that great, but it can be that gift that you need in that very hour that can change your circumstance.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it. I'm sure that's the meaning. But if I was going to talk based on our theme, right?
Mhm.
It's a time to believe in things that you can't see.
Right.
No one knows when that was in that box. We never saw it was in the box. Never came out.
They never expected it neither.
Exactly.
Right. And but I mean, but even us, the audience didn't see it. Right. They never held it up, or that you see it. So sometimes you just have to believe that the gift of whatever you need is coming.
Exactly.
And if you don't, you don't have to, like you said, it doesn't have to be something, physical, or it could be just something that you were looking for. There could have been a word of blessing in there. There could have been a report in there that you're healed. To the one lady, there's going to be a report in there, you're going to be restored based on the fact that you're living homeless, right? But what I didn't understand was, why didn't you open your box?
I did. I opened it, but I think I edited it out because they had to keep it within a certain time frame, so they had to do what they had to do. But yeah, I did open it up, and I said thank you, but the person I got up to appreciate the person who gave it to me, the angel had disappeared.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and I wasn't sure if they were supposed to be angels or just people bringing this gift of whatever.
I think it was like a mixture, angel people,
Right.
But regular people on Earth.
Because I thought that when they had their heads cut off, or you couldn't see their head,
Right.
I thought it was kind of cool. And it would have been nice, even though they're very beautiful people. I'm not saying they weren't beautiful people, but it would be nice to not be able to see their face. So we could hit that these are faceless people that are angels that just come, and even that was a shock, and suddenly you get this gift. But I thought it was well made. Second time I saw it, well, not second time, I've seen it like 5 or 6 times. But every time I see it, I just like the premise of it. The song is great.
Yes.
That plays with it. It's a very good song for it. I like the 4 different options that it had. Of course, Brother Sean is, Brother Ed, I mean, is a doctor giving bad news. Of course, what else you can expect? But he's giving bad news. You have a bum, you have a family, or a homeless person and a family having an argument, and then you have the man who was just down and out, right? Just looking for a hope. And I think those 4 things people can relate to, because at some point you might have been in that situation. You might,
Exactly.
It's just the only other thing I think you could think of that you probably were missing was a prisoner, somebody in prison. But other than that, I think everybody could relate to you being at that place in life at some point where, if it wasn't for God's gift, you still be lost.
Well, like we were talking about last week about paying it forward, how you can be behind someone at the register and they may be short, and you can pay for their entire grocery bill.
Yeah.
It's the fact of you're there. God placed you there for a reason, just to help somebody in an instance where they least expect it. Again, believing in something you can't see. You're stranded on the side of the road. I mean, Simon's often talk about the incident where he happened to be there when someone was in an accident. He stayed there with them. I mean, you might want to tell it more better than I can.
Oh no, that's when a lady was in an accident, and a guy was she was by herself. This was on 83. I was coming home. Yeah, she was on 83. She was by herself, and she's getting at the truck, and she really looked like she was scared. And I'm sure she was scared because it was an accident, and the guy had pulled like 150 yards down. And I came in the middle just to see if she was okay. I got out the car. I see the guy come. Homeboy was like 6'2", and he was coming like, and I'm like, ah. So when he came up, I just said to her, just get in your vehicle 1 second, please. So, and I just told him, I says, look, she's fine, she's good. She just wants the information and all that stuff. After that, you can just go in and go along because you don't have to stay there no more. And then when he went back and I stood there right next to him, she just felt like she was more comfortable. It only took a minute or so, and the guy left, but he looked like he wanted to say something. So he may have, as she was by herself. But she was cool with that. And her husband came, and he came and thanked me. But something like that. And we've all been in situations where we may help someone or someone helped us, and we didn't even expect it. But you just got to thank God a whole lot of times in situations, especially now.
Yes.
Because you never know.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at any given moment. And that's why we got to be thankful for everything we get, everything we do. And whatever, God's got to be number one on this because he's going to take care of us the whole time.
Yeah, to speak to that, true, you know, and this was on Easter. It was an Easter Sunday. Same thing. I actually got into an accident. Somebody hit me, a grandmother. She was on her way to an event, but she was, when I walked into the car, she was so nervous and so scared and shaking because the way the accident, she actually did a 180 in the road and ended up coming right towards me. And so, you know, a part of you wants to say, you know, what do you know, what's going on? What's wrong with you? But I just said, no worries. Everything is cool. I'm okay. You're okay. I see you got gifts in the back. You're probably going to families. Let's just relax. Wait till the police come and we'll go on our way. I'm going to church. We'll be good. I talked to her for about 5 minutes. Police came, took the notes. The police put no fault. So I thought, well, there's my insurance is going to go up. When they called, she called me and said, no, I'm telling my insurance I'm paying for everything. It was my fault. You know, sometimes just having that right spirit, right, will change somebody else's spirit and attitude and do things for you. And that's kind of, you know, what Christmas is about, right? Having the right spirit. Yeah, lines are crazy. People are out of their mind. You're going to park. Somebody steals your parking spot. All these different things are going through our minds. But sometimes we just have to believe that if we have the right spirit, God is going to bless us in the right way.
That's when you said when he said he was at a grocery store or something like that, and the person in front of you was cussing out the lady and being mad, and then when it was your turn, it's like, I'm good. You good? Yeah, you good? You're not gonna get that from me. But and just let them know that there's always one in every bunch.
Absolutely.
That's gonna try and mess your day up. So
always. Always. I'm trying to mess people's day up with this. Oh, my lights are off.
You've already done messed people's day up with that already. What we're going to do, though, is one day we're going to try and invite Stephen A. Smith on the show. So,
I'll be glad to talk to him.
Yes, I'm sure he would. He'd like to talk to you, too.
Keep talking.
Oh, he's disappeared again. Oh, this is... No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it don't work anymore.
It's not... He forgot to put the batteries in it.
Yeah. Must be something you got from the Commanders.
But anyway, when I was leaving the store, I think I've shared that story with you guys where I'm trying to come out the parking lot, and this lady's car was blocking the entrance. Like, what is she doing? She was like, help, help, help. Her daughter was seizing in the car, having a seizure. And so I got out the car, immediately went over, and the woman was starting to foam a little bit. So I'm trying to keep the driver calm. Meanwhile, I'm talking to 911. I never had to talk to 911 to explain the situation. They were asking me what was the person doing, what were they breathing, all the whole spew they do. And meanwhile, I'm trying to keep the driver calm, and meanwhile, trying to figure exactly how to help this person who is in distress with no medical background. So I'm doing what the 911 person tells me to do. So finally, somebody else was calling 911. While they were calling, all I could start doing is just start to plead the blood of Jesus. That's all I knew what to do at that point. Just started praying.
I was wondering when he was going to start speaking in tongues.
I wasn't speaking in tongues. I just started praying. Just started praying and trying to keep the driver, the mother, calm. And so finally, the nurse came out of patients first, because that's where they originally left from. She came over and started, to assess the situation. By that time, the emergency people got there. I felt better because I had to answer questions to them about what I saw and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting how God can place you in a situation that helps you stay calm yourself. Because if you're not calm, you're not going to help the situation at all. It's just like when you're in the aircraft. What did it say? Put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anybody else.
We help anybody else because you're no good dead.
You no good. I like that. You're no good dead. There you go.
Right. So, and I remember it. How do we move the kids away from Santa and getting to Christ and giving?
Isn't that household?
That's the question. So we got to answer it.
That's household. It's always going to start from the house. But like we said at the beginning of the show, we can do all that. Jesus is the reason.
Mhm.
Once they get to school, once they get to somewhere else, now they're going to come back. And how do you answer?
How do you answer?
How do you answer when they come back and says, well, they got Santa Claus. They say he come in and they say the reindeers, and we just saw Rudolph and the red-nosed reindeer and all this stuff. And so your reaction when he comes back.
Yeah, I think that you can give kids both, right? I don't think you have to tell kids there's no Santa. The Santa thing is cool, but at some point, you do have to let them know this is really about Christ. And I think that, you start with saying, look at the word Christmas, right? Christmas, if you use, I would tell my kids, Mass because I'm part Spanish, the Mass is more and Christ. So really looking at more Christ, right? So it's really about Christ, not about a tree, not about Santa.
Okay, I'm going to use your word and be the advocate, as you often say. Why would you want to tell your kids a lie from the start saying there's a Santa Claus?
I'm not telling them that there is a Santa Claus. I'm just telling them they don't have to dispute it.
And what age are we talking about?
Yeah, what age are you talking about?
I think the same way that when there's sensible to know the difference between good and bad. When they ask you the question, right? If they ask me the question, who did Santa bring these gifts? No, Santa didn't bring these gifts. Rupert and Vivian brought these gifts, but if you want to believe there's a Santa, well, that's I could tell you there isn't. And that's when I would tell them when they ask the question. I don't say, I never said, oh my God, look what Santa brought you. I'm not doing that. But
okay, good. I'm glad to hear you say that. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that we get too stuck on the fact that we have to remember they're still kids, right? And I want my kids to understand that it's me and mom and people that are giving you these gifts and be very grateful. That's why we say thank you to them and not to Santa when we get the gift. But I also don't want them not to be a child. And we have to be, it's a fine line we take. But I think that if it's not bothering me, like I tell people all the time, when my kids went trick-or-treating, it wasn't because of Halloween, it was because they wanted chocolate. So I said, go get your chocolate. It's free. And I never got mad as long as they didn't dress up as crazy demons and stuff. I was like, hey,
don't get the chocolate because it's free.
Yes. I said, it's free. Go get it. I said,
hey, look, you could have gone to the store and bought him a bag of chocolate.
No, hey, I did that. Because there were people in our church that did not believe in Halloween. So what I do, I bought chocolate, put it in bags, and said, gave it to every single kid. Here you go. Here you go. Now understand, this is all you're doing on that day, but you didn't have to walk. I mean, I gave them a lot. So like, you don't have to walk. So matter of fact, it's better. And the kids, they're like, okay, cool. But if my kids want to walk around and get more chocolate, I was like, God, go for it. It's free. It's free chocolate. Why not? Because that's what I did.
Well, we do that at the church.
Yeah, we do. We call it trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Get your chocolate. Yes. Yep.
But it's actually the same thing, just out of church houses. I don't like the houses now because of the fact that people are crazy.
Well, the houses, especially when you driving down the road and you see a skeleton the size of the same house.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, wait a minute. they really got a 12-foot high skeleton.
They've taken to a different level.
It's gone to this year. So, next year, all this Halloween and stuff, it's there to scare you. that's what it is.
Well, what's got me now when you got the Halloween lights on the house, like Christmas lights. I'm like, what? They're pink and they're purple and orange.
We have a house that has a full graveyard in the front yard.
Yes, we saw them.
Graveyard.
Yes.
They got the skeletons. They got things popping up and all sorts. It's. I mean, we're not talking about Halloween, but just holidays in general.
But Christmas
There
the
are
same.
always themes, right? There are themes, and Christmas has a theme
Yeah.
that the world has created so they can sell and make money off of individuals. Because before, Christmas was not about buying gifts; it was about exchanging gifts, things that people did not purchase but made. But now it's about buying.
So remember when you do drive down past people's houses, a lot of churches or some houses used to have where you see Jesus in a manger, sheep,
nativity.
But that's disappearing more now. It's more lights and reindeers and Frosty the Snowman coming up there.
Yes.
So the nativity is being lost.
Yeah. Well, some places they can't put nativities up.
Really?
Yeah, some places they can't.
I would take that fine every year. I would take the fine every say, give me the fine. Because if you're allowing all these other things that go on, I can't put nativity, give me the fine.
That's crazy, man.
I had one house long time ago. It was probably the greatest house that I saw. It had Christmas. So it had like the Santa, with Santa Claus on the roof in a sled, nativity scene on one side of the yard, and the Star of David shooting out, and with the Hanukkah and the menorah underneath it. It had some sort of quasi African kente thing going on, and I was like, "They're not missing."
So they covered it all, right?
That house is saying happy holidays to everything. They didn't miss a thing. I was like, okay, I feel you. All right. So people.
So back to what we said earlier, this year though this season should be the season of love, giving, and not always wanting. And like this morning I was at the Giant, I was speaking again to the cashier. I said, I hope you have a day of customers that will not get on your nerves. She goes, I hope not. Because again, some people are just mean.
It's probably just too late. But yeah, exactly. And then of course,
don't forget about the parking lot.
The closer you get to Christmas, people are looking for their gifts, can't find their gifts. They want to go when it's all crowded, and they get uneasy. So now all of a sudden their attitudes change. But what about just like when there's only one doll left? And 3 people are after the same doll. What was it? Was that Sinbad? Was that? Yeah. Who getting the gift?
That was as Sinbad as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, when you see those things like on Black Friday, how people are fighting to snatch gifts out of people's hands. I mean, come on. It's not that serious, but that's what they do.
Because people want to do anything and everything to get their child the gift that they want.
And they're not going to appreciate it.
But they miss it. Exactly. And that's the same child that's going to have that gift and break it within that week. And do they ask for another one? What?
Oh, I have a question for you. Are you prone to buying gifts that make a lot of noise?
Woo!
Or are you the type of person buying gifts that don't make noise?
I'll tell you this. I was a gift giver based on, first of all, and my whole family knows this, I hate when you return gifts. First of all, I hate it. Because the gift that I'm buying is what I think I'd either like to see you in, see you do, or you'll enjoy. I could be wrong, but it's something that I feel. And when people return it, I'm like, so you don't care about how I feel? that's my
Did you buy your child a drum gift?
Yeah, but you know what? If they were a drummer, I bought guitars. for
Yeah.
my kids because they seemed like they were interested in it.
Mhm.
I would buy a drum if they were. I would buy a keyboard. Those matter of fact, any kids' toys nowadays make a whole bunch of noise because they all talk, right? So
Yeah.
you buy those things because they're interested in them. I buy based on what I think you're interested in, what I think will interest you. That's what I buy. If it's,
Now, are you the type of person to buy the gift and forget about the batteries to go with it? The child opens up and you're like, I can't play with this. There's no batteries. Because a lot of people buy gifts and if they get the read department says the batteries not included.
Must have happened a few times.
Yeah.
man, you know what's bad was it was a warm Christmas, and I bought Rupert's a pastor, so I bought chocolate crosses for all the kids at church.
Did it melt?
Crosses were all bent up.
The melted chocolate.
Melted chocolate.
Merry Christmas, enjoy the chocolate. I was like, oh my God, they're all bent and out of shape, and it had something written on it. I think Jesus saves or something. That was all gone because it melted off. I'm like, okay, well, they'll enjoy the chocolate. But again, for me and gifts are about the person saying, I love you enough to get you something. That's where I am. I love you enough to get you something. Because there's a lot of people who don't even want to give you a card. Like, I don't know how you feel, but if my relatives don't even give me a card, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like, even a card just to say Merry Christmas. Don't have to give me a gift, just a card that says Merry Christmas. I'm happy because you were thinking about
that.
it.
I have no problem with that.
But speaking of that, I didn't get you two guys cards, so Merry Christmas.
Right.
I love you, brothers.
Woo!
I love you, brothers. But
So, we'll see you next year.
Man, it's hard to believe we're at the
Lord have mercy.
59th second hour.
Whoa.
Wow.
We got 20
Hey.
seconds.
Next week will be our final show for the year.
Yes.
Not the final show completely, but it's the final show for the year. So stay tuned next week and we will have another fun-filled packed show. Don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but tune in and you'll be surprised just like us.
Yeah.
it's going to be good. And it will start by me saying the Dallas Cowboys won, but it will end with saying these very simple words. Guess what they are?
You're not welcome.
All right.
Wow.